our stick playlist. Do some more chill music for animating and stuff. Way more chill. Oh man. What? Why is this all off center? That's silly. Let's go ahead and fix that really quick. Transform, fit to screen, and send that over. There we go. That's better. Ah, nice. All right. I want to start by making... Let's start with a new square. Right? Do I want a square? I feel like I don't want a square. I want... Let's go back. Go back to our gallery. I want to make a just chatting screen because I don't have one yet. So this... Oh, don't click like that, silly. We want to select it. Select that, delete it. Okay. X that out. And let's make a new one. I have specific settings for YouTube thumbnails and Premiere Rush canvases because I edit on Premiere Rush. But I don't remember what file size this is. I say file size. Resolution. I want to say Premiere Rush canvas. I think that's a better... Maybe it's not. That's okay. We don't need that then. We'll get rid of that. Try again with YouTube thumbnail. See how that looks. Maybe fine. Woo. Okay. I'm sure it's fine. I should also do something about that starting soon screen. The text is kind of bad. But typically I do all of these. You know what? I do all of them in squares. It's going to be easiest. No, that's not what I wanted, silly. Let's delete it. We'll make a square because that's how I typically run all of the stick problems. So I think for the just chatting screen, I want 2 stick figures sitting at a table. And I think that's too thin of a brush. I don't like it. Let's bring that up to 4. And yeah, that's probably good. So let's make our first stick. And our second stick. That's fine. We're going to clean up those heads a little bit. Just a little bit. It's not too bad. I just went for a run and my voice is recuperating a little bit. Ah! My table slid out from under me. And add a line there. I'm not too worried about making it perfect or super good or anything. We just want to get ideas across. So let's go ahead and make, I think, the bodies first. So we have... Nah, that's a little not good. That's about far enough down. And then we are sitting in a chair. Maybe one leg is crossed over the other. And we need to make the chair. Ah. Let's make generic kind of a chair. That's not how a person sits in a chair. Let's zoom that in. Maybe make that a little bit easier. I realize, actually, that these legs don't really reflect how the posture of a chair is. So let's try to make a chair. And the legs go out a little bit. Just a little bit. Then got feet. Oh, you know what? Let's bring this down a little bit. Let's go ahead, clean that line up a bit. Bring that all the way down to the chair so it doesn't look awkward that they're sitting weirdly in a chair, I guess. That looks normal, right? And their other leg is across. I think that's okay. We'll make our other stick and make their chair. That's a little awkward. Let's try again. You know what, also? Actually, let's go ahead and make them leaning a little bit. They are... Whatever's going on in this conversation, they are very intrigued. They're excited, listening intently. You can tell because they're going to be leaning forward like that. Try to make that line. Does that match our other chair? Not so much. That's okay. You know what, also? Actually, realistically, if they were leaning forward a bit, like that, they're probably... Let's do freehand. No color fill. They're probably sitting a little bit lower, too. So that's probably fine there. But this body now looks a little awkward. So let's try to... look at the little... I should probably just redraw the whole thing. Maybe it'll work out fine. So they leaned in a little bit. Their body probably isn't going quite that low. And since we want to round off all the limbs... chair back. Oh my. I'm not that great at drawing towards my hand. I am left-handed. So that can go there. I think that's okay, that's fine. And again, legs go out a little bit. That's kind of awkward. It's okay. I like awkward stuff. It's fine. So we want to bring the leg out now. And both of their legs are actually down there. So they are sitting, we'll say normally. The legs are both down. Let's go ahead and bring these chair legs into the floor off the screen so they look like that. They're going to be flat. So now we need a table so that we can kind of gauge where their arms are. We're going to make an ellipse. We're going to kind of give a little bit of a dimension to our table, and it's going to flatten us out just like that, and I don't want that. So I'm going to make it a little more rounded. That way you can tell that we're trying to make an elliptical shape. I'm actually going to select the elliptical shape, select our tabletop. We're going to distort it a little bit. Yeah. Want to bring this up. Just kind of wanted to flatten it out a little bit. We didn't want it quite. That's what we wanted. That looks really good, actually. I like that a lot. Okay, so let's design our table a little bit. So maybe just, maybe thicken out this line. Draw that carefully. Try to clean it up a little bit. I'm not doing a good job of cleaning it up a little bit. It's okay. If I zoom in, I might be able to actually get a little cleaner line here. Oh boy. Try to smooth that out a little bit just by zooming in. And I can see my lines a little bit more clearly. Ooh. Oh. And then as we get to the end, zoom out, check our line. It's not perfect, but it's okay. This is good. This works exactly the way I want. Looks just fine. So there have to be legs for a table. Or it could just be like a pedestal, maybe? Either way, we have some options of how to design this. Kind of thinking one pedestal in the center. And if I do... let's thin our brush out a little bit. Maybe make... That's a little too weird. It's a little not good. Maybe here. And then a bigger one, and then a small one. And then the bottom bummer. So if I do, maybe like this. Make separate lines. Smaller one, bigger one, and then the feet come out a little wider for stability. And then a smaller one. That's too big. That's too big, silly. Let's go ahead and turn on animation assist first of all, because this is going to be animated. And not page assist, drawing guide. This way we can kind of get a better idea. Oops, that's okay. Let's go ahead and I just wanted to get it back to erasing that line. Drawing guide, animation assist, turn those back on. So it's already kind of uneven. That's okay. You know what I can do though? Hacks. Let's do some hacks. Just go ahead, do that, select it. 3-finger pull down. We're going to copy the selection. Oops. And we're going to paste the selection. And let's go ahead. Flip that. Now it's perfect. We're going to guess about where... Well, you know what? Actually, let's reset that. Let's delete this. What we're going to do, actually, is we're going to clean this line up a bit first. So let's get our brush, smooth out this line so it looks a little more even. A little more... Oh boy, that's a big eraser. Just poke that in there real quick. See how this is kind of uneven. I'm not a fan quite of how that looks. This might be better though. I think that might be okay. Let's go ahead, thicken this line up a bit. And just draw that back a little. That will probably be okay. Let's go ahead, finish up making this a little cleaner. That looks okay. And I think we're ready to copy this now. Copy. And it's going to make us a new layer automatically, so we'll paste that. Flip it. Try to find a nice spot that makes sense to put it. Make sure this is lined up. I think it has to be with that, not with where the thing appears to be. That looks about even. Doesn't have to be perfect. Let's see. We're about 1, 2. There's a half here. So it's a total of about 3 squares from the edge. So for here, we have our 1 here, 2. So about 3 would be there maybe. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yep, so this is about where we want it to be. And this is fine. Put it there. We'll draw this the rest of the way up into the table. We're going to merge that down. Merge down. Now that's about even. So now we want to make our lines go across. Oh, it cleaned it up nicely for us. That's wonderful. Clean it up. Good. And all I'm doing to make these arcs... I want that one to be a straight line, but I need to connect it a little bit better. So what I do is I draw my line, and because I don't have a very steady hand, if I hold it in place before I move it, does that look right? Or does that look weird? Oh, I think it looks weird. We're gonna have to make, oops. There we go. Yeah, it's gonna have to end up being an arc like the other ones. That one's a little awkward, but that's okay. So now, let's get rid of our drawing guide. We got that pretty well down. We're going to duplicate the layer. And this bottom layer, we're going to add some color. We're going to add some brown. Let's make it a kind of maybe lighter. That looks like, maybe not. Maybe I don't quite like that brown. Give it a little more towards the orange side. A little more saturation. I like that brown. There we go. And we're going to do color fill. So we're going to do selection, automatic color fill. And we're going to go boop, boop, boop. Not that. And not have a hand at the end. So they're just resting their arm on the table. This one's definitely going to need to scooch in a lot closer. Let's go ahead and select our person. Scoochies! They want to sit really close to the table. There needs to be more decoration in this room, I think. Like, maybe cafe background. Too bad I'm not good at drawing. So let's go ahead. Put this... one arm leaning there. The other's going to be on a cup of coffee. Or something. Or tea. It could be a cup of tea. It could be a cup of anything. It could be a cup of whiskey. So, let's go ahead and draw our cups in. On a separate layer, though. In fact, I should have made the stick figures on a separate layer. I think it's okay. I think I made a mistake. But I think it's going to be okay. I'll deal with it later. But we want to make the coffee mugs definitely a separate layer. So we're going to thin that out. Good. And good. Very nice. Very good. I don't even need that one to be corrected. And we need a handle, though. A handle for our mug. That's not how a handle goes. It's exactly the opposite. It's almost like an ear. Try to get it just right. That's not bad. I like that one. That's okay. That's pretty good. And I actually want to just duplicate that, so select, copy, paste, take our selection, flip. Their hand is on that one. Yeah. Alright, so we gotta take our entire layer. Oh! We're gonna merge these down. We're gonna bring these together. That's fine, because we're gonna select our cup later on. I don't need to make too many layers right now. We're gonna go ahead and duplicate this one, and we're gonna color in this bottom layer. Group these together. We're gonna make our coffee mugs. Do. Just like that. That's a handle, so we don't need that to actually be colored in. Let's go ahead and drop this background color and our previous layer just to make sure we got everything colored okay. Ah, see, we don't want that. That's not right. Mugs don't look very much like mugs. But we just want to get the idea across, so they'll be okay. And let's merge that down. You know what? Just flatten the group. It's fine. So this is actually going to be one group. Just like that. Okay. So every now and then, what I want to do is I want to have the left stick like pick up their hand, and every now and then start swinging their non-crossed leg. And every now and then the right one is going to, I don't know, maybe nod their head slightly. And every now and then also pick up their mug and take a drink of whatever they're drinking. So I need to animate that stuff. We're going to edit that together and make that into a loop. that I'm going to put on here as my just chatting screen. So, we have our originals. We're going to rename this Originals. Good. Okay. This mug is kind of bothering me where it sits, because it's got that big, you can't really see, the handle is weird. It's in a weird spot, so let's go ahead, select that. Let's move it a little bit down here. Somewhere? Zoom out a little bit, maybe see. See how that looks. I think that's better. Oh, that looks good. It gives dimension to it. That looks really nice. This scene looks really nice. Okay. So now that we have our originals, let's go ahead, duplicate. So first thing, all I want to do is animate the left stick's arm. Picking up. So we are going to take this. I don't need this to be a separate layer today for this one, so this can be merged. And we're going to add a layer though that we will go with. We want to erase this arm. There's nothing on that layer. Maybe a little bit bigger eraser. And I think, yeah, I'm gonna get into all of that. And see, this is why I thought I should make a separate layer. No! Let's go ahead and select this color. Draw this back in. Whoa! It zoomed out. Draw our table. Oh my goodness. Draw our table edge back in. I think. Whoa, that's still big, isn't it? Okay. Oh boy, am I messing this up. That's okay, we're gonna make it look good. I'm just pulling some of that back, smoothing it out a little bit. Just a little more, just a little more. I think that'll do it. I think that'll be good. It looks okay. Except... Whoa, that's the eraser still. Clean this up. Just a tiny bit more. That might be good. All these people keep coming online. And I'm just here. Hanging out with myself, doing this art. Having a good time though. Okay. I do want... Actually... Super Pack Jr. just started his stream. And I just wanted to bring up his stream. In the background, we want to support friends. Back to this. So I need to remake this the right size arm. That's not it. A little bit bigger. That's close, but we need to bring it down just a tiny. Aha. Tiniest bit more. There we go. Did I mess? Is that too small? No, that's good. So this is going to be on our separate line. That way, we don't have to try and erase all that again. And we'll duplicate that. Let's erase part of our arm. And draw it back in. A little bit more up. Duplicate. This time we're going to bring the whole arm up a little bit more. Oh boy. I need to shut that layer off really quick because I need to draw this, erase this all the way back up to the body. If we're going to be altering all the way back up to that point, so let's go ahead and select this layer again, turn it back on. Now we can draw. Now we can draw it in. Sort of. Let's draw. I have to erase this all the way back to the body too. There we go. Actually, I can just do that one like that. Okay, now I can draw it back in. We're going to have the arm coming up a little bit. And we'll bring up that arm one more time. You know what, I can just do this. Type, clear. Maybe not quite like that. More like that. And the arm's going to stay in that position for, 1, 2. How many frames are we at now? It's a little awkward, but that's okay. Let's play it really quick just to see. So we have this arm in the up position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 frames out of 15. I think I have it set 15 frames per second. So we're going to copy this one. Come on. And actually, let's do this. Let's do it this way. So this is 1. Actually, arm, left arm. in a new layer. What? That's not it, silly. Paste it. And this is going to be deleted. And I hope that's what I wanted to do. That's probably fine. It's probably fine, right? So let's take a look at our animation. So what I'm going to do with that, so I'm going to go to my Be Right Back screen, and I'm going to save this. And I don't want people to see as I save because I have pictures of myself and I'm trying to keep myself give myself a little privacy for now. Animated MP4. Export that. Save the video. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to turn off all the layers except for the original. And then that's just going to be a JPEG. We'll save that image. And enjoy this just a sec screen for a little while because I'm going to go over to Super Pack's channel really quick. And I'm going to talk to him for just a second. I'm still here. And I'm the only one who's here. Yay! Okay, I just wanted to say hey to him. Super Peck Jr. Okay. Let's get back to our iPad screen. I need to close this out actually because anytime I save an MP4, it always messes up the program. For some reason. Alright, let's go back to here. And what I want to do now is we're going to go to Gallery. We're going to title this one Left Arm. So we know that's the left figure and it's the arm. And we're going to select and duplicate this one. So this duplicate though is going to be left leg. So we're going to take the left leg and animate that up. Now I'm going to take all of these things that I just did and we're going to delete them. Because because we don't need them in this file. That was just for the last one. Now, we have our originals. Duplicate that. We're going to rename this left leg 1. And again, we can go ahead and merge down our mugs because we don't need those to move for this one. Don't need the originals open. I don't know why I did that, silly. Alright, so I need to actually go in here. And I need to try my best, very bestest, to erase this leg without erasing too much. Good. This is actually perfect. So this is going to be the leg that's swinging. And I don't want that erased. So we're going to make this come out. That's a little too small. So let's try to match up the size. That's pretty good. I'm going to make this just come out a little bit. Good. This is good. And then this is going to be left leg 2. But I need this to be cleared out. I'm going to draw just slight movement. I don't want too much going on here. This is going to be left leg 2. Good. And this one will be left leg 3. Once I get there, clear this out. Go. Oh. One more. I keep drawing up too high. One more up here. And maybe one more. And in fact, I think I'm going to duplicate these. So let's rename this before I get too far ahead of myself. Oh no. Keep it left leg 2 for now, so I can just do that. There we go. Left leg 3. One more. I'm just going to do this now before I forget. Clear this layer. And then this is going to be, oh boy, one more. That's a little too small of a movement. I'm trying to get this just right. That's about good. Okay. So now what I want to do. No, don't turn the layer off, silly. Okay. Let's see. Let's hold, this is for 3. All of the rest of these I'm going to duplicate so that we can kind of slow down the leg movement a little bit. So we have 4 sitting for three frames. Duplicate left leg 3. Bring that to the top so that it slides back. Duplicate again. Same thing with left leg 2. And of course, left leg 1 when we get there. Duplicate once more. Left leg 1, duplicate. Drag it up. And duplicate. Now the question is, for myself... Oh, okay, so left leg 1 did move. Left leg, the originals is the 0 position. I'm going to copy this, duplicate. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I have to, don't I? That's okay. This can be duplicated or merged down. This is going to be 0 position. So we're just going to call that 0. Okay. I want to add. I don't really need this to be a group. Oh, get out of the group. You're just your own thing. You're doing your own thing, and that's pretty good. Cool. So let's duplicate our layer 1, which we're calling 0, and it renamed it for us, which I didn't want. That's okay, though. So layer 1 is now going to be duplicated, grouped up again, just like our other ones. And actually, I can just take this where I already deleted it. You know what? This is better. This is a better option. What have I just done? Let's put that back in the group. Alright, delete this group. This group is silly. We're going to use left leg 1. And we're going to move that up. Now we have left leg. This is going to be left leg -1. We don't need to go quite as far in. I think normally when I'm swinging my legs in a seated position, I don't bring it in as far as I kick it out. So it makes sense that maybe our stick would feel the same. -1. And let's just do it this way. Let's duplicate so that we don't have to go back and duplicate a bunch. Rename so I don't forget. Layer 6 is going to be cleared out. And we're going to draw on that just slightly over, like less than what we did going in the other direction. Duplicate, left leg -3. And we had 4 on this side, didn't we? We went 4 out. So we're just gonna go 3 on this one. And let's draw. Oh no, draw please. There you go, thank you. That's a little too unmoved. That's good. That's just right. Left leg -3 duplicates, 2 duplicates, and then duplicates again. Left leg -1 duplicates. Oh no! That's okay. Just brought it back to where we were, and then 1 more duplicate there. And then it should be back in the 0 position. So if I just do this, I zoom out, we can play our animation. Oh, that looks really good. Oh, that looks so casual, and it's nice. This is really nice. Especially with the music that's playing right now. Makes me really happy. Like, I'm happy about this. Alright, let's pause that. Let's go to our Be Right Back screen with our placid plastic ducks. And then we're going to go ahead and I need to save it. Oh, wrong button. Save it as an animated MP4. I'll export that. save the video, and then I'll have to close out the program again. Silly everything. Cool. I'm going to get up for a second and stretch out a bit. I have to hunch over while I'm doing this on my iPad. And I need to stretch a bit, maybe get some candy or something, get a drink. And I will be right back. Oh boy, I came back and there's still nobody here. That's fine. That is okay with me. Okay. Let's bring our screen back up. I'm gonna keep going because I just need to copy. I only have 2 more things to do here really. So I just want to copy either, it doesn't matter really, left arm or left leg, because we're going to do right side now. And we're going to do a couple head nods first, I think. And then the one that's really going to be kind of a pain is animating drinking the cup. Or taking a sip from the cup. So first things first. I just clicked that when I didn't want to. I meant to select it. Duplicate it. Duplicating. Good. You can see the other animation I did there with the weird bouncing around. I don't even know what I was going with there. So, no, that's not what I wanted to click. I wanted to click. There we go. I wanted to rename it. So right nod. Nodding is going to be easy. animating just a little nod. Excuse me, I had some water. Got a couple Snickers and a Twix. Just adding a little bit of a nod won't be a problem. Let's go ahead and do once again. Are deleting all of this. Copy, well, not copy, but select, 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 and delete. All that work gone. Sort of. Okay, back to our originals. Let's duplicate. And once again, we're going to merge that down because we're still not ready to do the animation for that yet. Okay, let's add our layer. And this time, we need to do a selection. No color fill though. We're going to select the head as carefully as we can. Select, please. Layer's empty. Oh, I know what I did. That's alright. It's on this layer, silly. Don't do that. Okay, let's bring that through. Now we can select. And it should just be, yeah. Reset that. Okay. So we're just going to actually, this is going to be like the super easiest thing. Just tilt it a little bit. And line up the neck again. Unselect. Next. Oh, wait. I want to keep that selection because I need to cut that out, and I need to put that in my other layer so that I can move it independently. There we go. Now I can move it. Good. Now I don't actually have to redraw anything. I can just duplicate the layer, and we're going to make sure we know which one is which. We have layer 1, or our first frame rather. We're going to just barely tilt our head. Thing about this is, anytime you do a selection and move just the selection, you end up making it like it looks fuzzy. So you can see how it's starting to kind of fuzz up, whereas the rest of the body, I'm pointing at the screen that you can't see with my finger. You can see it's starting to kind of fuzz up, whereas the body of the stick is very sharp and clear. It's less noticeable when you zoom out, so it's not so bad. And that's 4. Probably nodding pretty fast, aren't you? Blah, 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 blah. Pause. Let's go ahead, duplicate the layers so that it's smoother instead of kind of jerking back to the original position. Did I leave the original layer on? Oh, I did. That's okay. I think I wanted it that way and didn't even realize it. Because the original, yeah, it shifts a little bit. So good. Doing it right by accident. Cool. So how about this? That looks more natural. If you zoom out, it doesn't look quite as blurry. We only want like 2 nods. Then again, I can just do that in my editing program. Yeah. I think that's fine. So I'm going to go ahead, save this file again, go to our be right back. It's just a sec. I'm still going to keep talking while I save my file. I'll export that. Save my video. Close out the program because it likes to mess up, as I've mentioned. Go back into my stick problems files and back to the screen. Cool. So we have one more to do this time. Remember to click select before I duplicate. So this right nod is going to be right mug. Let's go into our right mug. Once again, same drill. Delete all of our layers. Doot, 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 doot. Delete. Cool. So we have our originals. Duplicate it. And now we actually need to keep the mugs where they are. Sort of. Let's go ahead, bring it down here. I need to be on the mug layer. I need to select the mug. We're going to cut that. Cut. And that's going to go into its own brand new layer. Pasty-do. And then this one's going to get merged down because that one's not moving. That mug is stationary. That person has had had their fill of whatever they have in their mug. They don't want anymore. Okay. Here's the big issue for me is taking this arm. I have to erase this arm without really messing it up. So let's go ahead, imagine where these other lines are supposed to be. At least we'll have this other arm for reference. Yeah, get in there and mess it up a little bit. Turn that layer off so I can kind of see. That's too big. That's no good. Let's go ahead, bring that down. That might be okay. That was a quick fix. Oh my goodness, that worked out so well. I'm so happy about that. All right, let's go ahead and bring it up back up to this layer, turn it on, and then I'm going to use this as a guideline to figure out how exactly big I need that to be. Too much? No, that looks all right. I think that'll be okay. Okay. So let's return. We're going to draw this all the way up to the mug. Good. We're on the mug layer. And this is going to be... because this mug is going to move. And in fact, I should move the mug first. No, I shouldn't. Just kidding. I lied. I want the arm. Whoa, that's too much. Too much arm. Right? Yeah, it's a little too big. Maybe not. Maybe I just don't know how to do this. trying to get this to line up right with where it was. This is what we're calling the elbow. And I messed it up a little bit. So I need to turn this layer off because I need to be able to see. I just backwards it. That's what it's supposed to be like. So this is going to be actually not its own layer, but this is where I'm going to start. Actually, yes, it will be its own layer. This whole thing is going to move a little bit up, and then we're going to have another layer that's just the arm. Hopefully a little bit cleaner. Now if I turn this back on, everything looks like it's in place. This, however, needs a little bit of refinement, I think. That looks more natural. That looks way better. Alright. So we're going to take this arm segment, bring this up a bit more. Let's turn the... Oh, don't do all that. Don't do all that. I didn't want that moved. And then undo, undo, undo. I think everything... Oh, no, wait. Okay. Good. All right, back to where I was. I didn't make it I didn't make it another frame. Rename. Let's rename it 2 so that we can keep track of our frames. So bring this up. Let's turn this off so we can kind of see. Whoa, that's not what I wanted. Bringing this up to our face. This is going to move too, of course. So we need to bend in the arm a little bit more. All of this complicatedness is why I was saying that this is going to be the most complicated part. So we're not going to move that other part of the arm. We're just going to let the part holding the mug bend a little bit more. And then I'm going to duplicate 3, rename it 4. Going to bend it some more. And bring it up. And this, now we're going to move this side. Duplicate, rename to 5. Bend it again. And this one's staying in place. So I think now... Is that enough bend? I think it's fine. 6. So this is going to bend again. Whoop. And then, oh, hold on. Go back. And this is going to bend also. And let's readjust this a little bit. It's a little awkward in the lineup. That looks good. That looks fine. So I'll have to go back through and redo all those, turn all those layers back on. Okay. So I was trying to go with a pattern of bend and move, bend and move, bend bend and move. So this one should be just bend. That might be a little much. Do I think? Do I think that's a little much? No, that looks good. Duplicate that, make that 8. These two, I don't know why I didn't do this before, but that should be a group. Then I can just do this. Move the whole thing. Actually, that's going to be the point where it moves up to the mouth. I say mouth. And what I'm going to have to do there. So I think I'm going to have to put this in front of that group. Good. So 8. I think I need to hold it. 1, 2, 3. Proper time to take a sip. Okay. So then we go backwards, just like we did with the other ones. 7. And then 6. One at a time. And 5 all the way down through the list. And 4. There. 3. Good. 2. Scroll way down. 2. And 1. Oh, I made too many layers. That's fine. Let me flatten these down. We're done with these. So let's go to duplicate 1 once more. All the way back up. Double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I have 6 8s? I do have 6 8s. Let's just get rid of one of those. Delete. 5 is enough. Okay. Play that animation really quick. Double check. Whoop! They're disappearing. Oh, all of these layers. Oh boy. I have to undo these. I can't, because I didn't turn on the things. Oops. Okay, this is fine. Gotta turn that back on, and then we can flatten it down. That was funny. Good job. Now we have full frames, full artworks. All right, turn all these back on before I forget more of them. And while I'm going through these, I guess I can flatten them down, huh? That's not necessary. Layer 8's turned on all the way through. 7 isn't, so we have to go back. Turn to 7. Oh, there's 6. So did I delete the... No, I still need to delete an 8. So we have 5 frames for 8. Five, 4, 3, 2. Good. There we go. Now I can duplicate my 1 again. Return that back to the top. Ah, now try that. See if that looks any better. Yeah. That looks just right. It's exactly what I want it to be. Alright, going back to our be right back screen. Enjoy some ducks. Ducks at night. Ducks a sec. I'm gonna save my file. Animated MP4. Save the video. So now I can go into my editing program and make it into an actual video. And I will do that off screen. I'll post that up to YouTube. I'll post this VOD up to YouTube also. If you enjoyed this, think about giving a follow. Thanks for coming in and chilling. I hope you had fun. Hope you got to learn some stuff about animation and terrible stick figures. This will be our just chatting screen once I get around to that. I'm gonna send us over to Super Pack Jr. I told him that I was streaming. So I'm going to start a raid. Super Pack Jr. Super Pack Jr. does a bunch of classic video games. He is a dinosaur. He'd probably be fine. He calls himself a dinosaur. He's been playing since video games were first invented, and he has an encyclopedic knowledge of them. So it's really cool to listen to all of his stuff. And oh, I can't do a raid. His settings don't let me do it, so I guess I won't. Anyway, that'll be the end of my stream today. Thanks again. Have a good night or day. Have a good time zone.